Good morning. The Buffalo Bills just dominated on Monday Night Football to the point where we saw Mac Jones going up against Mitch Trubisky for a good portion of the second half. The first half was pure dominance from the Buffalo Bills, scoring 5 touchdowns in the first half, leading 34-3 by the end of the second quarter. Pure domination from the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen with a masterpiece, and you might be wondering, why is Jake outside doing his reaction video the next day? Well, let me address that, okay? The reason, I had some technical difficulties live from the stadium yesterday, and whatever, it wouldn't have been much of a reaction anyways, considering it was just a blowout. So, I'm here, and we're going to talk about the Buffalo Bills, how they just dominated the Jags, pounced on them, mauled them all game long. Now, before we do that, I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to click that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more content coming your way all season long. I will be at the Houston Texans road game in 2 weeks' time, October 6th, and I will have a live reaction from the stadium. I'll get those technical difficulties addressed, and I'll be at every single home game throughout the remainder of the season. There's still more content to come from that game against Jacksonville throughout the next few weeks, so stay tuned for all that. Let's talk about this masterpiece of a game for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen looked like the second coming of Tom Brady in this game. Yes, I said that. The second coming of Tom Brady. He has not thrown an interception through the first 3 games. How's that for turnover problems? Josh Allen completing 23 of 30 attempts through the air for 263 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. And it wasn't just 4 passing touchdowns. It was the way that he spread the football effectively to multiple different receivers. And 4 different receivers getting in on the action for touchdowns. Khalil Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, Ty Johnson, and Keon Coleman. The rookie Keon Coleman, it said that he showed up late, apparently, and Sean McDermott addressed that after the game. You know what? Honestly, whatever he did out there, whatever he did yesterday, I don't think you should change it, because a lot of players are superstitious. Maybe Keon Coleman's going to show up late more. Not something you want, but you want those touchdowns and that production. You want to talk about spreading the football? Well, Josh Allen and the Bills offense did that effectively. Once again, 10 different receivers got in on the action, hauling in a reception in this game. And really, the Bills offense, it's becoming unpredictable. It's hard for defensive coordinators to game plan for this 100%. Last season, you had Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs. It got really predictable at the first half of the season. It was really predictable. That's why the Bills offense struggled through the first 8 weeks of the 2023 season. But this year, it's no problem. Joe Brady deserves a lot of credit for the way that he's saying everybody eats. Well, everybody ate in this game. They had a full buffet on the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game, and a wonderful display by the offense all around. I haven't even mentioned James Cook, who had a rushing touchdown, and he helped me cash in on my James Cook first touchdown score bets. Shout out to you, James Cook. Let James Cook every week. He's becoming one of the premier running backs in the NFL, and I'm so happy to have him on my fantasy teams. Obviously, the offense dominated in this game, putting up 47 points in the National Football League against an NFL defense. It's no easy feat. But the defense stood tall too. They only allowed 10 points in this game, and the only touchdown that they allowed was in garbage time. Gabe Davis did nothing in this game. Brian Thomas Jr. had a bunch of receptions, but no big plays allowed from that Bills defense. And some really solid stuff. Once again, Damar Hamlin. What a story that Damar Hamlin has had. Obviously, the stuff that he's gone through over the last few years, it's been a roller coaster, to say the least, for Damar Hamlin. After what happened in 2022, the cardiac arrest incident, and then in 2023, really being an inactive for most of the season. Now in 2024, he's a starter, and he's thriving early on in the season, has his first career interception in the game. It's just a wonderful story, and if Damar Hamlin can continue to excel, the safety issues for the Buffalo Bills, they might be non-existent. That was a big problem for the Bills coming into the season. That was something that a lot of fans were worried about. And the defense wasn't just solid in the secondary either. No, it was 5 sacks. 5 sacks on Trevor Lawrence in this game. Last week, Trevor Lawrence got sacked 7 times by the Cleveland Browns. The Bills Their defensive line is another unit that was really a concern entering the season for many fans. And Von Miller, he's back. Von Miller is back. And it was said that if he can have just a little glimpse of the production that he once had, the Bills defense would be really in good hands. But Von Miller, so far, he's had a sack in every game to start the season. Through the first weeks, Von Miller sack in each of the first 3 games. Von Miller is back. And you love to see that. Future Hall of Famer, putting up numbers. Jamarcus Ingram, another guy who had a sack in this game after a 2 interception game against Miami on Thursday Night Football in week 2. Jamarcus Ingram, pick 6 last week, and now he comes up with a sack from the cornerback position. The Bills are getting production on both sides of the football from players that really not many people were expecting this type of production from these players. And everybody is eating offensively. Everybody's doing their job defensively. Everything is going perfect for the Buffalo Bills. And through the first 3 weeks, this team legitimately looks like maybe the best team in the league, honestly. Maybe they are at least up there in that conversation. And Josh Allen, through the first 3 weeks, I will say he has been the best quarterback through the first 3 weeks of the season. He is the MVP if the season ended today, but obviously it doesn't end today. We still have a long time to go until the season ends. I won't be sitting out here doing my reaction videos when the season ends because it will be too cold. I'll be live from the stadiums, and stay tuned for those videos. But Josh Allen has been a beast. He's been special. 0 interceptions so far this season. Only 1 turnover, and it was a fumble because the defense pressured him in week 1. Josh Allen's been special, spreading the football effectively. We're seeing a mature Josh Allen, not forcing the ball into coverage, not making any superhero plays, but he still does some amazing things. No, he's taking what the defenses give to him, spreading the football effectively, and he runs it too still. It's just awesome what we're seeing from number 17. If he keeps this up, he'll be the MVP, and he's going to take this Bills team far into the playoffs. So, I want to know your thoughts on this game. How are you feeling about the Buffalo Bills mauling the Jacksonville Jaguars? They mauled them, and it was good stuff to see. Mauled them, pounced on them early and often. Everybody's getting involved. Keon Coleman, solid stuff. 1 reception, but it was a touchdown grab. Khalil Shakir, man, that guy, he bounces off people like a pinball. Beautiful stuff from the Buffalo Bills. Love everything I saw last night. And now they got to play against the Baltimore Ravens, who just beat the Dallas Cowboys 28-25. And that's a game that they were leading big time. But the Cowboys almost came back. So Buffalo goes to Baltimore to take on the 1-2 Ravens. They're putting their undefeated streak on the line in Baltimore on the road. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson going head-to-head. Big-time game between 2 of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm excited for it. Stay tuned for my reaction to that, and I'll be watching the game reacting. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't yet, click subscribe. I'm Jake Varco. This is the Bills Bunker from outside. Not in the studio, not at the stadium. Go Bills. Talk to you soon.